By Therapy. I'm your host, TJ Werre. We are broadcasting live from the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum in Jackson. If this is your first time watching the show, we are a high school football cut-in show. We're trying to bring you the best games, the best available live streaming games from across the state of Mississippi each and every week of the regular season until the MHSAA begins the playoffs. So that is what we are. Again, brought to you by Performance Therapy. We also want to thank Roosters and Basil's for the pregame meal tonight. If you're looking for Roosters and Basil's, has a brand new location in Flowood. They've got just about anything you can want. Roosters got red beans and rice, burgers, the whole 9 yards, chicken fingers, and Basil's has paninis and pizza. I had a pepperoni pizza tonight. It was fantastic. Check out Roosters and Basil's in Flowood if you are ever in town. It is a delicious meal. So let's take a look at some of the games we're going to be focusing on here in week 3 of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. We've got Oxford and Grenada. Oxford has dominated this series for nearly a decade, but last year, Grenada snapped an 8-game losing streak to the Chargers. Then Brandon and Clinton. It's the oldest rivalry in Mississippi high school football. Tonight marks their 80th all-time matchup. It's a series that dates back to 1940. Germantown and Warren Central facing off at Germantown. Germantown is off to a stellar start. The Mavericks 2-0 for the second time in 3 years. Warren Central, meanwhile, is 1-1, but they've won all 5 all-time matchups against the Mavericks. Then we have Gulfport and Madison Central. Gulfport and MC are 2 schools that have a short history playing each other. Tonight's matchup is just the 4th all-time, and MC has won the previous 3 contests. Tupelo and Hernando. Tupelo is off to a 2-0 start. The Golden Wave visiting a 1-1 Hernando team that is 1-8 all-time against tonight's visitors. Then we have Hattiesburg and Oak Grove. Oak Grove, the defending champ in 7A football, is 2-0 to start the season, but so is their 6A rival Hattiesburg. Oak Grove has won the last 5 matchups in this series, but it's Hattiesburg with a 21-7 advantage at the break. Then we got Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs at home tonight looking to avoid an 0-3 start for the first time since I don't know when, because Max Prep's records only go back to 2004, and the worst start the Greyhounds have had to a season since 2004 is 0-2. And then lastly, we got Pearl and we have Pearl and Brookhaven. Brookhaven is off to a 2-0 start. A win tonight would give the Panthers their first 3-0 start to a season since 2013. They finished that year 9-4. And then last but not least, Jackson Prep and Jackson Academy, a tale as old as time in Mississippi private school football. JA and Prep. Prep leads the all-time series 43-16 and has won the last 4 in this series. So now those are the games. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, Performance Therapy. In just a second. It's coming. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Brian Henley with Performance Therapy. I'm the physical therapist and clinic director at our Gluckstadt Clinic. We are in the Madison County area, and we proudly serve many of our schools in this area as well as our local community. We treat everywhere from the younger kids, athletes, non-athletes, to the local geriatric population. We have over 25 years of experience in the physical therapy field here in this clinic. This has helped us to gain a large amount of respect with our local medical community, and helped us with our relationships with both the physicians that refer to us as well as our local community and clientele. We take great pride in the relationships we are able to build with our patients through focused care and focused treatment to help them achieve their goals. You can contact us directly at our Gluckstadt Clinic or reach us through one of our 14 clinics across the state. We are Performance Therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results.
Well, thanks again to Performance Therapy for all that you do. Without you, this show would not be possible. Now it's time to get to some games. Got a lot of games at halftime. Luckily, we've got one that is not at halftime anymore, and that would be Ocean Springs and Northwest Rankin. Let's go down to the Gulf Coast. Ocean Springs and Northwest Rankin taking on each other. Ocean Springs up 14-0. This is Northwest Rankin. Quarterback getting rushed there with the ball, trying to get on the board. Remember, last week we saw Northwest Rankin and Clinton duke it out, and it was Northwest Rankin winning 35-34. Meanwhile, Ocean Springs fell to Oak Grove 35-21. So let's go live to Ocean Springs and Northwest Rankin.
Play. So that's 2 penalties in a row there. So that penalty, both of them brought to you by our friends at Alliance Insurance all season. Their agents are ready to help you when life throws a flag your way. Michael Bryan and his team can help with all of your home and auto insurance needs. You give them a call at 282-8010. They're located at 1316 Bienville Boulevard. Alliance Insurance is a proud sponsor of Ocean Springs football, and they're there for you when life throws a flag your way. First and about a gallon. Phillipson back to pass. He's pressured. He's going to throw it up over the middle. He's got a man down in field. He's wide open, and he drops it in for a touchdown to Mario Snell, a 38-yard touchdown from Gavin Phillipson to Mario Snell, and that's what you do. That's what's happened to Ocean Springs a couple of times this season. They've committed a turnover. Last week it happened.
Off the hands of the back out to the end zone, so another touchback. And so even with the 5-yard penalty, still the ball will be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Teammates to pick you up, and boom, we come out and do it right there. We pick them up. We get 2 holding calls in a row, back them up out of field goal range, and then somebody misses assignment right there, and that guy's not going to catch an easy. He's not going to catch an easier pass
from the
this
20-yard
year,
line,
much less a touchdown.
Right. Just
all right, so with 8:51.
Okay, so we just saw Northwest Rankin score a touchdown. Great start to the show. It's 14-7 Ocean Springs. Now we're at Madison Central hosting Gulfport. This is the fourth all-time meeting, like we just mentioned. MC's won all 3 previous games. Last year they won 23-21. It was their first meeting since 2014, and that's not a good start for Gulfport, as they've had some fumble problems earlier in the game, down 21-7 in the jungle.
Had a chance except to run back and fall on the ball at the 6. So a loss of 14 yards on the play. Wow. 2nd down and 24. Sullivan takes the snap, throws to the near side, trying to get it to the intended receiver, Dean. It's going to be incomplete.
Defending for Madison Central, Marquise Williams, step for step with the receiver, did a nice job. His hands went up. So did Dean's. So did Williams' hands. So a nice defensive effort. A nice technique by Marquise Williams. Brings up a 3rd possession play for Gulfport.
Grace crossing 3rd down here, 3rd and 24 for Gulfport at their own 6. They need the 30-yard line for the first. Man in motion to the far side. 3 receivers to the near. A quick throw to the far side. Just a quick wide receiver screen. He's going to be thrown out of bounds around the 12-yard line. So it'll be 4th down from the 12. And Gulfport will have to punt. Yeah, the rain continues to fall, and already a factor in
catch. And this guy said, "No, I'm putting it through the upright."
That's right.
And but that almost doubled the biggest offensive play for the night with a 38-yard walk-in touchdown.
Just on the minus side of the 50, about his 45-yard line, waiting to punt.
Jesus Cardina just inside his own end zone. Will put a leg into it. Delaney will let it bounce around the 50-yard line and take a Gulfport roll to the 45-yard line. And the Jags will have the ball 1st and 10 from the 45 as the rain starts to fall even harder.
But Delaney never had a chance. That ball.
All right, Germantown and Warren Central are getting set to start the 3rd quarter. It looks like there's about a minute and 15 seconds left before they get started. Warren Central, like we mentioned, leading the all-time series against the semi-new Germantown, 5-0. They won last year 21-3, but Germantown looking like a different school this year. They beat Northwest Rankin in the season opener 46-21, and then they beat Canton 31-6 on the road last week. Warren Central coming off a 21-0 win at Pearl. said versus Pearl. They lost at home to Clinton in the season opener, 26-20. Clinton at home against Brandon. That game's at halftime, 33-28. So got a lot of games still at halftime right now. It looks like Madison Central has the ball back after forcing a punt. It is 2nd and 8. Let's go back to the jungle.
There's rain begins to slack up a touch now.
Ball on the far hash, moving right to left. 2 receivers to the near side. Man comes in motion to the near side. Johnson. Handoff to Mikkel Hogue. Down to the 50-yard line. Right at midfield. 3rd and 6 from there for the Jags.
10-30. He's got a Citizens Bank first down.
Almost where we were last run. Looks like about, what, 13?
I believe so. Trey, just got an important update. Brother Martin's not playing tonight because of the storm, so they're going to play tomorrow. So that's why it's 0-0 still, because it hasn't kicked off.
Oh, goodness.
It's good to have your pulse on the finger of all the information, right, Jeff? That's right.
Johnson throws to the near sides. Got Ryan Delaney at the 50. Breaks free at the 45. It's going to be close to a first down, and that's going to be enough for a bank plus first down all the way down to the 42. Really a good play, just kind of a wide receiver screen to the near.
All right, so while we were watching that Madison Central play, Oxford was kicking off to Grenada to start the second half with Oxford up 16-14, and Grenada fumbled the kickoff, and Oxford was able to recover. So that's a huge turnover for Oxford right out the gate, up 16-14. Oxford 1-1 to start the year, and so is Grenada. The Oxford Chargers won 45-0 versus Lafayette in their opener, but lost 41-34 against South Panola, a game we saw last week. A crazy ending. South Panola is getting a late touchdown to come away with a victory there in a game that looked like they were going to be playing for overtime. Meanwhile, Grenada beat Winona 49-6 last week after a 38-24 loss at Oak Grove. So we've got this one going on. We got Madison Central and Gulfport. Warren Central and Germantown is underway. And we got Jackson Prep and Jackson Academy coming back, Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs. Things starting to pick up here on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy.
That's a good thing.
Ball's going to be snap handed to 17. He goes through the middle left side of the line. He's going to be tackled. Gets a little bit back. It's going to make it a 2nd and 11.
Man, that hurt right there, man.
I was late getting back up here in the booth.
Down there eating.
Ball's going to be snapped. Quarterback hands it 17 again, but he's hit by a host of Chargers right at the original line of scrimmage.
First man to him, number 0.
Jarquez Perry's having a good night.
Yes, he is.
He's had a couple sacks.
Laid
Had
it
some
out there
pressures.
for him.
Singleton in the backfield by Johnson. Johnson is going to hand off to Singleton. Singleton across the 15. Pushed out of bounds around the 12-yard.
Pressure on him. They're coming at him. He's going to knock him out of bounds. It's going to be 4th down and about 11, I think.
14 on the quarterback keeper.
Kind of iffy here because, you know, they kind of shanked the last extra point. Usually Oxford has a pretty good kicker. You would think maybe they would come out and just be easy 3 points. It looks like here comes the kicking team.
See if they can get their field goal guy.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 back in the backfield from shotgun. Hang off to Singleton. Singleton around the right side, following that right guard down to the 10-yard line. Gain of about 3. I'm going to bring up
We just don't need to jump off sides here. So ball's going to be
up. It's good.
And it looks good. It is. So that's going to be a good field goal for Oxford. That brings the score right now 19-14. Oxford over Grenada.
2 receivers to the far side, ball on the near hash. Man comes in motion to the far side. Handoff, the back in the backfield across the 10 down to the 6-yard line or 7-yard line. It's going to be close.
Believe he got it.
Mikkel Hogue.
Following these blockers, a nice job of patience. But it is a first down.
Field got a first down. He shoved. Thought he went out of bounds. Yes, he did. If he didn't, he was gone. He stepped out at the 40-yard line. A big gain and a first down. Germantown moving the football here to start the second half.
Yeah, give him give him another 6 inches of field, and he's
goal from the 7. 2 receivers to the far side. Handoff is the back in the backfield across the 5 down to the 2-yard line. Mikel Hogue.
It's a hit at that 40. Back to pass. Stevenson fires it across the field. Pass is caught and trying to shake loose after a 5-yard gain. Can't do so as a couple of Vikings converge to make the stop. Russell, one of those on the scene as they flared it out on that left side to Keyshawn Coleman for the Mavericks.
Yeah, Coleman's sitting over there all by himself. He's got 5 yards. They're giving him a nice cushion. He's a threat.
Ball on the near hash, moving right to left. 2 receivers to the far side. Double tight end set. Handoff is to, that was
Stevens or Hogue?
Kel Stevens. Stevens stopped after, looks like he lost a yard, so 3rd and goal from the 3.
Madison Central using all 3 running backs, and Singleton, Hogue, and Stevens since the first quarter, and it's worked well for them.
Double tight end set here. Carter Ashley in the ball game as well. 2 backs in the backfield. Jaden Johnson, flanked by Hogue. Handoff is to Hogue. Hogue's going to be hit at the 2, falls to the 1. And so it'll be 4th and goal from the 1 with 6:20 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. Madison Central 21, Gulfport 7. Let's see what the Jags do here.
Well, the offensive unit stays on the field. They've changed 3. Wow.
9 in the first half.
Takes a violent hit as he got to the 14-yard line. Another 5-yard gain for King White.
That was a whole lot of Viking coming down on him. 54 is running off the field right now, but he just landed on top of
It's the 3 running back set. And Singleton's going to hand it off to the back in the backfield. He's going to be hit and dropped around the 7-yard line. Mikel Stevens.
14-yard line, trips to the left, takes the snap. There's the give, makes a man miss. Nye Johnson in the hole, runs over a Viking, finally bent over backwards. He's got a pickup of 6 yards and another first down, a 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Very methodical drive that the Mavericks are putting together right now. Johnson lowers those pads, man, just finds his way up the middle. Does a great job.
Braden Quick, the H-back, will check in. Lawson Branson will check out. Tight end lined in the slot will be Will Harris. Pistol set for White. Takes the snap. He'll throw it. Fade to the corner of the end zone. Contact. No flags. Looking for Trey Stevenson.
That's an interesting no call there, but hey, I guess they were closer to it than we were.
Ball may have just been off target, out of bounds, and uncatchable.
Prep also.
Real quick. All right, this is our first stop at Jackson Prep against Jackson Academy. This game being played in Flowood at Jackson Prep. Prep up 21-0, and Prep on fire to start the year. They've got a perfect record, and so does JA. JA's got a perfect record as well at 4-0. But Prep has won the last 4 games in this series, and they look like they might be on the way to 5 in a row over the Crosstown Raiders. It's 21-0 Prep.
And just kind of, when it gets on this carpet, man, and it takes a roll, it's kind of hard to get that thing to slow down.
Just sliding in there. Carson Powell also trying to help out on special teams. Now the Raiders. Stack Mays to the left of James, and Ellis to the right. It'll be a
left hip. H-back Quick to the right. There's the snap. Give. Branson hit. Runs into the pile. The pile is moving. It's moving to the goal line and finally stiffens right at the 1.5-yard line.
Those all big offensive linemen said they were going to pick him up and run him into the end zone right there. I thought we had it. They stopped him forward progress at the 1.
15 to the 20, still on his feet at the 30, the 40, the 50, the 40. One man to beat at the 30, still on his feet at the 20, 15, 10, and finally stopped around the 7-yard line on the wide receiver reverse.
Quick, the H-back in motion. He'll take the snap. He's going to try to pull something out of Warren Central's playbook. He's hit at the goal line. No sign. Quick ran in there under center, took the snap, and I think Warren Central has stopped him.
Oh, man, they didn't give it to him. I thought for sure he had it.
Direction play around that left side of reverse. Dean found himself wide open up the sideline and just outran everybody inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Gulfport.
Sullivan will send a receiver to the near side and 2 to the far. Handoff is to Cooper across the 5 down to the 3-yard line. Or Cooper Crosby. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3.
Go real quick. All right, here's Tupelo and Hernando. Tupelo up 35-6 on Hernando right now up in the Memphis area. They're getting all the rain that we dealt with the last couple days. It is a mosh pit on the field right there. Don't worry, we're keeping our eye on Madison Central. 35-6 Tupelo. They lead the all-time series 8-1. They won last year 40-0. Tupelo 2-0 to start the year. Hernando 1-1. And they're off to a good start tonight there in the third quarter. Back to Madison Central. The Jaguars Gulfport trying to punch one in after that trick play, and they do. And so Gulfport gets back into the game with the touchdown late in the third quarter. It's now 21-13. We'll keep an eye on the PAT. Until then, let's go back to Tupelo and Hernando and Andy Lee.
Gives to Calvert on a delayed handoff. He slips but keeps his footing. But he'll get wrapped up back around the 45-yard line as Blake Lipp and David Thompson combine on the tackle for the Tigers.
Yep, looks like punt team back out there for Tupelo. Of course, last time out there, it ended up being a block going for 6 for Hernando, so hoping for a cleaner operation this time if you're the Golden Wave.
No gain there for Calvert on 3rd down, and yeah, that's what you're going to want to see is just a cleaner exchange, and McCoy able to get this punt off as William Liston is back deep for the Tigers. All right, McCoy able to get a low knuckling kick that takes a Tupelo bounce to the 26-yard line, and that's where Hernando will set up, trailing 35-6. So we approach 2 minutes to go in this third.
Just tuned in right now to PMB Sports. Score: Panthers 10, Pirates 7. Pirates.
Okay, we are at Pearl and Brookhaven for the first time tonight. Brookhaven with a 10-7 lead over Pearl. Been a lot of lopsided series histories that we've been talking about, and this is one of them. Pearl leads the all-time series 7-1. They played last year a game. Pearl won 27-20 in Pearl. That was their first meeting since 2018. But this time, Brookhaven is playing them tough again. It's 10-7 home team right now. They are led by Tucker Peavy. He's in his 7th season. This is his 2nd stint with Brookhaven as a head coach. He coached there from 2002 to 2010, and he was at USM and Southwest Mississippi Community College before going back to Brookhaven. He's the school's all-time leader in wins with 106. Let's hang out at Brookhaven while we keep our eye on the rest of the action.
We'll go false start on the Brookhaven offense.
Yeah, 79 jumped early.
Yeah, if you got time. Yeah, there you go. All right.
And that's going to be a deep throw, and that's going to be an interception for the Pirates defense. Certainly there, and who was that? That was going to be number 17 for the Pirates. Christian Myers picking it up as Allen trying to get it downfield for another Panthers wide receiver, and Myers there to pick it up, Brian.
Christian Myers intercepted it, but Brandon, another flag thrown, and I believe that's going to be after the interception. They don't like the way that the Pirates celebrated. I believe that's the call. Well, I don't know. He dropped it beforehand, then picked it back up, and then dropped it again. This could be a big call. I believe the interception's going to stand, and it would be post-play. But let's wait and see because we've had multiple of these go.
Ball was fumbled forward. It looked like he was trying to throw the ball, but he actually fumbled it forward for the first down. So
he was able to get on it, didn't he?
He was able to get on it, and they're going to stop the clock and
spot the ball.
See what they do.
It looked like it came out. It's got injury on the field while they stopped the clock.
Yeah, there's an injury on the play. It looked like Johnson tried to do a pump fake, and the ball popped out and fumbled forward, but it fumbled forward for enough for the first down.
Out of that, Jeff, there were people all over him.
That's man. It's hard to tell. You often hear about the running backs and their ability to make cuts and the vision that they have and they see. But he saw that the line was pretty jammed up, and he was able to bounce it to the outside and picked up what was possibly going to be a run for no gain and turned it into about a 9-yard gain.
All right, and on the end of that, there's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on
down.
Northwest Rankin, so that'll be they'll move the football
half the distance from where they're at. It's got to get as close to that.
So they're down to the 1. It looks like it's
was that Will that ran that last
That
one?
was, yeah. So a Citizens Bank first down.
All right, first and goal.
First and goal at the 1.
Here we go. Let's punch it in right here.
45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Whitehead calls for the football. He keeps it on the left side. He's going to fall forward. He lost the football. And to recover it was...
And so can we get Jalen Hurts back there and do
Sherrod,
push?
Sherrod recovered his own fumble there, so 20 seconds to play. Hounds don't have to snap the football again here in the third quarter if they don't want to.
And so this is one of those questions that a lot of us armchair quarterbacks have. When you're at the 1-yard line, do you I know they're athletic and they're fast. Do you put them in a shotgun or do you put them up behind the big guys and you narrow the gaps and you just expect them to push it and get in the end zone?
I think it always comes down to
your personnel and knowing what's best for the team.
And your practice. If you don't ever practice that, you don't ever do it.
And it is caught for yet another Jackson Prep touchdown. Gardner Young hauls this one in from Puckett, and it's now a 4-score lead. Third passing touchdown by Puckett on the night.
Yeah, you just had man coverage on the outside, and just did a great job by Gardner Young, just beating the man off the line of scrimmage, and really easy throw, one of the easier ones of the night for Parker Puckett.
Now the extra point from a beautiful angle. Big thanks to our crew for getting all these camera angles set up for tonight, and all of our student workers with the Raider Network providing you all these looks. And it is Adams up and good for the extra point. It's now 28-0 as Jackson Prep has had their way on the offensive side of the ball tonight. Parker Puckett, 15 of 19 in the air for 232 yards, and count them 1, 2, 3 touchdowns.
Down 4th and short, and it looks like it won't be any hesitation. Coach Causey.
Yeah, you're kind of in no man's land here as the ball sits at the 38 of Hattiesburg.
Okay, here's our first look at Oak Grove and Hattiesburg. Hattiesburg with a 21-7 lead. Oak Grove got a scoop and score with like 15 seconds to go in the second quarter to avoid a first half shutout for the first time since 2017. That's what the guys on the broadcast were saying. And now they've got the ball and they're driving. Remember, Oak Grove replacing just about everybody from that state championship team a year ago. And they are in a battle tonight against their crosstown rival, Hattiesburg. It is 21-7. Hattiesburg features the top-ranked player in Mississippi for 2026. He's number 5, junior wide receiver Tristan Keys, a 4-star player. The kid can absolutely play, and he made a magnificent touchdown catch earlier in the game. As we're going to go back now to Warren Central and Germantown. Germantown got a safety earlier. Now that's Warren Central rumbling down the field. So Warren Central has a chance to extend their lead. Great field position for the Vikings. We'll hang here before we start jumping around.
He's in the end zone right now.
Nash Morgan and the pistol set. Collins will line up behind him and to his left. Give to Collins. Got some running room behind that big offensive line.
Jones trying a little stiff arm to Jalen Moore. He'll pick up 2, but there is a flag on the play. Laundry, as you can see right there around the 45-yard line.
That'll bring up a 3rd and manageable, a 3rd and 5 for the Admirals.
Avery Jackson on the tackle for Madison Central. Possession play for the Admirals.
A Grace Crossing 3rd down play here, 3rd and 5.
Right slot. White's going to fire it Corner of the end zone for Bryson Smith, and he cannot get there, and it will fall incomplete. And so the Hounds will attempt.
Sullivan calling signals, takes the snap, looks over the middle. It's going to be incomplete around the 41-yard line. So now it'll be 4th down for the Admirals.
Once again, great coverage in the secondary. Also looked like the ball was thrown a little bit behind him, and Gulfport will punt it away
Aiden Greer
to Madison
He's got some
Central.
big boys in front of him. Greer, direct snap, trying to get loose on the right side. He'll walk in. Touchdown, Warren Central. Too easy, 3 yards out. Aiden Greer in again.
Yeah, that Wildcat formation, they got them all bunched. They put the big boy over there, Lynch.
10-yard line, receive the punt.
1:28 to go here in the third quarter. Madison.
All right, so we were showing you Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs had to settle for a field goal attempt that they missed, so it is still 14-7 Ocean Springs over Northwest Rankin in the fourth quarter.
Of the ball, 1st and 10 from the 11. 1:14 to go here in the third quarter. Madison Central 21, Gulfport 14.
Been wearing that DB out all night, Todd.
Yeah, they kind of been picking on him a little bit. That Johnson's just been picked up where he kind of left off last week.
And you'll see the arrows line up to go.
Yep. All right, head coach Sam Williams of Brandon said that this game could go till 2:30 in the morning at a Booster Club meeting earlier this week, and he wasn't lying about Brandon and Clinton. Both of these teams like to get up and down the field. They just started the third quarter. When there's a lot of passing, there could be a lot of incompletions, a lot of stoppages in play, and right now that's what we got. But Brandon up 38-28 against this reinvigorated Clinton squad that won just one game a year ago. They are hanging with the Bulldogs, who can put up points. Brandon put up 60 in their season over against Picayune, but then they can kind of get in the trenches and fight with you too, because last week they beat Madison Central 21-7. So Brandon loaded Clinton, trying to upset the very heavy favorites, especially probably in 7A this year, in the Brandon Bulldogs. Clinton has the football down 38-28 in the third quarter.
Believe we have a stoppage in play.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's going to be, I can't really tell the way I'm just reading body language here. I can't get any early indication from the referee.
Now, I don't know if I saw any laundry. I'm thinking that may be something at the hash. I just can't see it from our seat here in the press box.
Well, that could be a sign that it's time for an optical visit, Ray.
Could be time to visit Optical 2000, our penalty flag sponsor, because that is offsides against the Brandon Bulldogs. So it pushes them up 5 and pushes me one step closer to Dr. Bobby C. Pangy and maybe achieving clearer vision as my age starts to go north of 40.
Yeah, it's just the way that flag.
Give to Jones on 1st and 10. He is wrapped up immediately. Good job by Jalen Moore and a couple other Warriors. We'll take another look. Again, nowhere for Jones to run. You see Jalen Moore just pop out of there and just wrap up Jones for a gain of 1 after forward progress.
6:20 and counting here in the Jason Wesley State.
0. Left side. Perry hits him in the backfield for a loss.
I'm telling
Around
you,
the 2, wasn't it?
They had him blocked.
Number 0.
They're trying to run it like a stretch, like a zone, outside zone, and he's just whipping the dude and beating him inside.
Now 2nd and 13 for Oxford. Ball is on the Oxford 3-yard line. Going to have one receiver right side, 2 on the left. Ball snap handed to the
boot.
Fakes it, throws it over the left. Oh, and it's an incomplete pass.
They're
caught a break there.
Yeah. They just they faked the stretch and booted back and brought that H out. He was hurting.
3rd and 13. Oxford's on their own 3. It's big third
For
down
the arrows.
right
Eric Beasley on the carry, spins out of one tackle and another, still on his feet, falling forward. He'll be 2nd and goal inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah, so, nobody told this Clinton Arrow offense to.
Yeah.
And that's
somebody's got to be on number 8 right
that's
here.
Right.
Though.
Well,
you cannot leave him up.
Yeah, you send folks and lock up man. And
Back to Beasley again, and we have Laundry on the field again. I believe that's offsides against the Bulldogs, so it'll just move them up a couple of feet, a couple of inches, and we'll replay that down.
Yeah, that's the only downside about penalties when you're knocking on the door right there. there's just not very yardage you have to give up, if you're the defense. So really, does it hurt you at all if you're the Brandon Bulldog defense by committing an offside penalty, because you're really only giving up maybe a half of a net yard on the play?
2nd and goal inside the 1. Now we're waiting on the officials to get everyone reset. There is the play whistle. We're ready to go. So it's actually 1st and goal. They had to reset the down. Handoff goes to Beasley. Beasley falls forward. Touchdown Arrows. They strike first in the second half.
Yeah, it's good to see Beasley finally get into the end zone. Jacoby Williams, we talk about him so much being the workhorse, but it's certainly nice to have Beasley, a multifaceted athlete, if you will, get his points on the board early this season. And, wow, Clinton is not going away. There's still a long way to go here. But, if they convert on the extra point, they're only going to be down by 3 points with plenty of time.
Snapped. He gets the kick away.
It's going to be returnable.
And number 2's got it. Goes through the middle of the field around the left. They're going to wrap him up around the 38-yard line, though. He didn't get much down the field as he wanted. But, hey, we're not in a bad position. We're on the Oxford 38.
Yeah, the ball didn't keep rolling down the field, and he got it. He got 5-6 yards, didn't fumble. Hey, we've got excellent field position, and I'll gamble a lot of stuff right now. Caleb Taylor's going to get 8 carries in a row, and we're going to score.
I'm going to follow you on that one.
Yeah.
That is our 9th of the night, 2nd false start penalty of the night. And now we're looking at 3rd and long.
The ball will be on the 33-4, so on the Pirate offense, matter of fact, 28, 3:16 on the clock if you're just tuned in right now. The Pirate offense trying to make something happen with this wing T offense currently right now. Peyton Parks trying to get around, but, the big thing tonight, the Panthers defense have just been swallowing us up with this run game from this wing T offense, Brian.
Yeah, linebacker coming in from the 2nd level that time, able to slow down the play, and then the defensive line.
Outside, he's going to beat the guys. He's going around the corner, and they're going to knock him out for another 1st down. He's inside the 10. Actually, they may mark him at the 10.
Yeah,
let's see where they're going to mark it.
We ran the hag again, and they did a perfect job of defending it. They squeezed everything down. He had no hole. What did he do? Bounce it outside and beat him outside.
Yeah. So it's a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line where he
Taylor come around.
Now James will go to work. Gives to Kingston Mays on 1st and goal. Bounces at the 5. Gets trucked down at about the 3.
He got him down inside.
Somebody got trucked, man. Somebody got trucked on that one. He's still on the ground.
But he got positive yardage.
Well, nice job by Kingston. I mean, just found the same where he could, instead of bouncing it outside, hey, let me go ahead and pick up some positive yardage. Well, we want to get points here, not a field goal either.
10 still on his feet at the
2nd
5.
and goal.
Ball resting his way, trying to get extra. He'll be pushed
Jackson.
out of bounds near that 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, CJ
is left. Goes up to Luke New to maybe change the play here. And the give to Mays. He tries to bounce it outside. He's going to be dropped for a big loss here. There's a misread there. Turner Reeves and Major Quinn on the stop.
Yeah, a bunch of red jerseys out there on that one.
Their pursuit of the football has kind of been their calling card for a long time here.
Taylor goes through that left side.
Turn
he's still
back,
on the outside. Now he's going back in. He's in the zone. Actually, we're going for 1, Coach. They're holding up 1. I figured we'd go for 2. They're just going to kick the extra point.
Yeah, it looked like we were in maybe Bucks.
Ball spotted at the 5-yard line. Sladen Shack, the quarterback. If you're just now joining us, Shack and Jacob Chancellor have been splitting time at the quarterback position. In the backfield with him right now is the running back, C.J. Martin. They'll go speed sweep to their star wideout, Phillips. Phillips dancing, cutting inside, reaching for that goal line. He will come up short by a yard. 2nd and goal from the 1 on the next play.
Yeah, we keep calling Quincy Phillips' name over and over because he keeps getting the football in his hands. And, yeah, man, he's just been a workhorse for the Brandon Bulldogs tonight. And really, to me, a very gifted athlete in his own right.
2nd and goal. Martin takes the handoff this time, and he'll go in. That's an easy score for the Bulldogs. They're on the board here in the second half.
Wow. Yes. I mean, this is something else.
Not enough room there on the blocking, and here comes a flag late. There might be a hold, too, on J.A. On John Thomas. He tried to hold that edge but for his quarterback and protect him because they had 3 red jerseys chasing after him. And Prep will definitely accept that one and back him up some more.
We're well on our way with 20 minutes to go of game clock time. And you know, we're approaching 70 as we are 80.
5-yard line. Singleton to stay in it, running back alongside Johnson.
Jaden Johnson will send 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Ball on the far hash, moving left to right. Johnson stumbles down, but still has enough to get his receipt to Micah Jones. Jones at the 6-yard line is going to be tackled there. He kind of slips down there.
Trying to cut back a touch. And he was safe at second as he slid under the tag, but not about a half-yard short of the first down.
That was another time they sent Micah Jones into the flat again and was able to gain 5 yards, but it's going to be about a half a yard short of the first. So 3rd down and half a yard needed right at basically the 5.5 yard line. Really bunch set for the Jags. Handoff from Johnson. Johnson hands it off into the end zone. Singleton, touchdown. Madison Central, the Brick City Drugs touchdown for the Jags.
Singleton broke it off the right tackle as they sealed the pursuit from that defensive front. And Singleton just went right off the tail of his tackle, slid down that line of scrimmage, and outran the defense to the end zone. That's Singleton's 3rd touchdown rushing tonight.
Richardson on for the CIA Autoplex extra point. Gets a leg into it. It's up. It's good. Madison Central 28. Gulfport 14 with 8:50.
Okay, so while Madison Central was scoring their touchdown to go up 28-14, Northwest Rankin got a touchdown against Ocean Springs. So here comes a PAT to tie the game. Oh, the feed froze. We may never know. Oh, no, it's gone. We may never know. We may never know. All right, so let's pick a different game while we wait for that one to figure out what it wants to do with its life. When we find out if the PAT was made, we're going to let you know. Right now you're watching Pearl and Brookhaven. They're about out of time there in the 3rd quarter. Brandon is up 13. Is it 10? They're up 10, 45-35. Warren Central has blown it open against Germantown. It's 42-16. Warren Central, the 4th quarter just underway there. JA just got a field goal against Prep. It's 28-3. Grenada and Oxford, probably the best game we got going right now. Go there right now if you can. Grenada just scored a touchdown, and they've got the ball back up 21-19. And, oh, hey, we got replay because this is what just happened. As you can see, they're almost out of time in the 3rd quarter there. Trucking folks down inside the Oxford 15-yard line. So 21-19 Grenada there, and we'll stick there while we wait for other things to shake out and we try and get an update on that Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs game.
Base plays pulling that H-neck guard, and we're blocking down, we're moving the people to the play side, and then they're wrapping around there, and McCaleb's just doing what he does.
So Grenada's now got
they're
the
on
ball.
their heels.
1st and 10 on the 19.
Buck sweep.
Ball's going to be swept around the left side.
Touchdown.
Snap, Taylor's got it.
No.
And he's going to have to step out. Let's see where they're going to mark it on the 5-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for Grenada at the 5.
Oxford ain't wanting none right now. We're running it right at them, saying stop us.
So this time we got one receiver each side. Taylor's to the right side of Trusty. Trusty's in gun. Ball snap handed to Taylor. Taylor goes through the middle trying to fight his way up. They're going to hit him, though. You bring him down around the 3-yard line, roughly.
Now, he fell down on that one. Yeah, it's around 3-yard line. On the 3, he fell.
I got
of the third quarter, folks. Now we're in the 12th. Now we're in the fourth quarter. Almost said 12th quarter. Brian, it's been here a long night. But fourth quarter right now. 12 on the clock. Third down, 9 to go. Ball on the 41. And folks, certainly we need to see the Pirates continue to move down the field. Fake handoff from Parks there. He'll put it down the field. And Brian, I'm not seeing a flag on the play. That was...
Yeah, pretty good defense.
Yeah.
I'm going to give credit to number 40 for Brookhaven, running step for step with Kenji McNair in coverage, as you see it there on the replay. Yep, he cleanly went up for the ball, was Ramirez Edwards. And a pretty good pass from Peyton Parks, a guy who's not used to throwing passes, his third officially of the night, unable to connect with Kenji McNair, and it will be another Colston Bennett punt, hopefully to pin Brookhaven deep and flip the field just a little bit.
That's right, Brian. And a good kick from Colston.
Wow, he touched it.
Go.
Go.
Yeah, he'll take it on down the field. That's going to be 20 for the Pirates. And that's going to be Evan Williams getting it in. And so it looks like that was a potential touch from the other player.
He did touch it.
And that'll be a touchdown for the Pirates.
Can you, Roy Harper, though, can you advance a muffed punt? Because that would what would be rule.
Yes, that I think it will be. I think they signaled touchdown, but I think they're going to discuss it and probably bring it back and give us first down where it was touched.
The official who was standing right on top of it at the 30-yard line has yet to say a word. And I have no idea what the Brookhaven.
Touchdown.
In there. Number 5, M. Taylor.
That's what we needed.
I was wrong.
Coach is fired up down there. I'm going to tell you.
Fired up, man.
Big old guy to be getting fired up.
For an extra point, but there's a huge discussion among the officials.
Yeah, and
we haven't seen a change yet on the scoreboard either.
And I believe the discussion is, can you advance a muff punt?
No, they're calling it back, saying that it was down.
Yeah, I believe it will be Pirate football, but you can't pick it up.
To go here in this ball game in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter. Gulfport trails Madison Central 28-14.
All right, this is a big drive for Gulfport against Madison Central, down 28-14. We're going to watch this and hear a word from our sponsor, Performance Therapy.
Hello, my name's Taylor Wilson. I'm the physical therapist at the Crystal Springs location. Here at Crystal Springs, we offer a variety of services for physical therapy, such as LSVT Big for our Parkinson's population, dry needling, cupping, blood flow restriction training for our athletes, and even vestibular rehab. Here we treat a wide array of different diagnoses, such as sports-related injuries, post-op patients, work-related conditions, neurological conditions, geriatrics, balance and fall prevention as well. I think one thing special about our clinic that sets us apart is we're all local, which helps us kind of form a relationship with the patients in the community. We're kind of all from here, so it makes it kind of a warm, welcoming environment. I also like to think of performance therapy as a family, which is the exact environment we try to create for our patients as soon as they walk in the door. Here at Crystal Springs, we're very active in our community. We have participated in our local farmers market, and we have done some balance screenings there for the community. We've also participated in local school career days for middle school kids. And we also host a coffee club once a week for former and current patients, which is just a good way to get everyone in here and socialize. If you are in the Crystal Springs area, you can contact us directly or contact our other 14 locations within the state. We are
so Gulfport,
therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on
got a lot of work to do left,
treatment,
down 2 touchdowns, about halfway through the fourth quarter. What's going on back there, boys? Anyway, we're at Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs, and did Northwest Rankin just score? So remember, it went out right as they're about to kick the PAT. They're down 14-13. What's happening here? Northwest Rankin got a touchdown. Block punt for the Cougars. So now Northwest Rankin has the lead. Don't know how much time is left in the fourth quarter, but it's got to be late. It's 19-14 Cougars. Meanwhile, Clinton is on the doorstep against Brandon. It's 45-35 Bulldogs over the Arrows, and it looks like Clinton is going to attempt a 20-yard field goal.
Lining it up. Snap and hold. Great job by the holder there to get that one down. I want to make sure I give that young man credit. Number 84, John Jackson. It was a bad snap. It actually slid into his hands. He got that ball down just in time for Braylon Spann to get the 3 points. 7:46 left to play. Clinton 38, Brandon 45. We'll take a 30-second break. Be right back after this.
All right, so oops on us. Northwest Rankin went for 2. They got it. It was nice. 21-14. Ocean Springs got work to do if they want to tie this ball game up. Meanwhile, Grenada's got a 28-19 lead on Oxford. Oxford has the football with 10.5 minutes to go. Let's see if they've got another comeback in them, as they got some work to do on the road against the Chargers.
Looking down the field.
Come get him. Come get him.
They got to get him.
And what's Oak Grove and Hasburg looking like?
The quarterback's got a first down.
Come on, Samaj. Number 6. Number 6 got to make that tackle.
Man, let him get through there.
Yeah, he came downhill and his feet died and he ran right by him.
4th and 6, and he comes through. Now the ball is at the Grenada 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for Oxford. Ball's going to be snapped around, hands at their running back 17. He's going to be hit right up just past the line of scrimmage for just a 1-yard gain. That brings up 2nd and 9 for Oxford. Ball is on the 45-yard line of Grenada.
Yeah, our D-line has held up all night. You know, they've controlled the line of scrimmage. They've probably only got 40 yards rushing on 25 carries. Here he is, down there by us in the slot.
So 2 receivers left, 2 right. Ball snap, quarterback makes the handoff, has the ball. He's scrambling, now he's going around the right side, and he's going to be tackled, but he has enough for a first down. Just nobody was open, but he was able to wiggle his way through there and get a first down for Oxford. Now,
one of the things I was told was he don't really like to run the ball, but on this drive he has.
Yeah, ball's at the 33-yard line now of Grenada.
Advantage just to keep it on the quarterback power, hitting the backfield by Devin Robinson.
They're going to get the ball starting on the 35-yard line.
Let's see where they're going to mark it. He's going to be short of the first down. They had him hit for just about a yard or 2 gain, and that was it. So now it's 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1.
Receiver. It's Christian Burks. 2nd down and 10.
Burks had to become the defender as Madison Central had a defensive back waiting on an interception at that point. So Burks had to knock it away just to prevent the interceptions. Brings up a 2nd down. Play clock down to 5 seconds.
At the 10, at the 5, near the 5, taken down. The scoop pickup fumble by Christian Cavett, the 6-foot defensive lineman. He's a junior, and he just made a huge play for the defense.
Yeah, I missed who made the initial hit on the quarterback, but did a great job of knocking that ball loose. And, wow, you know, the Clinton Arrow defense has made 2 big plays tonight. They're going to keep them in this game, one obviously being the pick 6. But you almost had a scoop and score by the big man right there. You know, now that field goal is looking like a pretty smart idea because you're knocking on the door. You're inside the 10-yard lines of tying this football game up with 7 minutes, 24.
Number 81 broke free over the middle after the play action. Steven Stewart, the tight end, and the Jags scored just like that.
Or Superman package, as I like to call it. Joe Walker rolling out, pressure on his hip, just throws it out of bounds. Live to fight another day. 2nd and goal coming up.
Yeah, again, we're seeing that. These are things that have been learned over the last couple of weeks where, you know, Joe Walker might have tried to force something in the last couple of weeks, realizes he doesn't have anything there. Just get rid of the football. You lose the down, obviously, but you're still in really good shape on the Brandon Bulldog 9-yard line.
To go in the ball game. Southern Ag Credit 4th quarter, 28-20 your score now. Now the Admirals on to attempt the extra point. Grayson together.
But the Arrows have it 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. The back, Jacoby Williams, takes the handoff, still on his feet, fighting for everything. Offensive line giving him a push. He's still on his feet inside the 5 now. 3rd and goal coming up from the 3-yard.
So Oxford's playing in tight, got 2 receivers back-to-back. Going to hand it 17. He gets into that group. We're going to tackle him. He gets a few yards out of the play. They're going to tackle him around the 7-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, he only got 2.
3rd and 5.
That's that hag play we like to run. They ran it at us, and we held our own. So it'll be 3rd and 5.
Big play right here. Grenada's got 2.
Williams has to leave the play temporarily. And I believe we have
snap, and run back goes to that right side. He's going to be tackled. He didn't get anywhere.
Nope.
He might have got a yard if they gave him that. I don't know. Good tackle by Samaje there.
It's like
Ball's
they're
at
going to
the
kick field goal
outside
here.
of the 6.
They're going to need 2 scores, so they're going to go ahead and take it.
Will Smith. He will dive forward
For about 3 or 4.
3, maybe 4 yards. We'll see where they mark the football.
It's like about 4.
Scrimmage to hit him, so just unnecessary.
Well, nobody hit Jacoby Williams. He's in for the touchdown.
Such a, you knew it was coming. You knew who was going.
Connor White steps up. He can keep it, and he will slide across the 25 down to the 22-yard line.
3rd and about.
Nothing dumb right here.
Ball placed, ball kicked.
It's good.
It's good. I think it's good. Oh, it is. So that's a good field goal. So that's going to bring the score 28-22. Grenada now leading over Oxford with 7 minutes, 32 seconds left to play in the game.
Will Smith.
Not going to get it.
And he's going to be chased down from behind there by a host of tackles.
And it just got bobbled there.
And they're going to call it a fumble.
That was clearly incomplete.
They're going to call it a fumble.
At least from my point of view.
We'll see if we get a look on the Rogers-Dabbs replay. Unfortunately, the officials do not have the advantage of this. Again, was his arm going forward, and it was 100% going forward. A great look from our truck there, and the officials do not have the advantage that you're getting right now from wherever you are watching, and they're calling it a fumble. The Pearl coach
pitches it to Will Smith. He's got space. He's got the 1st down. He's out of bounds. Beyond the sticks, and a Citizens Bank 1st down for Ocean Springs.
Time to move the chains.
Good time to call the first option of the night.
Bryson Smith is not out on the field. He's around the 50-yard line, walking around. He's got his helmet in his hands.
Looks like he's got a little limp.
Change the momentum to try to get back down the field to score again for the Pearl Pirates.
officials blowing the play dead yet again. I'm not sure what the discussion is now.
Play clock's running down. Figure it out, guys.
And they're going to take their first time out, Will Ocean Springs, with 2 minutes, 34 seconds to play in the ball game. Timeout Greyhounds will be back in 40 seconds. That chicken salad chick.
By Jamar Pittman.
Jamar Pittman on the return.
And Pittman doing a nice job. Took a big hit as he went down, but took it all the way to the 42-yard line.
And 10.
The line of scrimmage, but bounces free on the left side. Is able
And
to
that
fall
was Jaden
forward.
Allen. Again, we talked about that. If he wasn't going to hand off or throw it, he was going to make it downfield. And
yeah, a sold out fake by Jaden Allen as Cameron Hewitt bought the fake, went with Quarles, and then Allen caught Tyler Jenkins on an island. He put his right or left foot in the ground, went right, and Jaden Allen rambles all the way down to the Pirate 32-yard line. And the Panthers now in business with one big run from their explosive quarterback, Jaden Allen.
8:51 on the clock right now. Time is slowly expiring. 8:57, excuse me. The goalpost there's breaking my plane of view, and that's 7 for the Panthers. Quarles getting some yards right now, certainly continue to go through the Pirates defense. Thankfully, we were there to make the stop.
Will Smith lined up to the left side of Connor White. White looks to the right side. He steps up. He's pressured. He's got room on that side of the field. He's inside the 15 and out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Solid pickup of 5 yards on first down. He's out of bounds. He stops the clock at 2 minutes and 26.
Here in the fourth.
Ball on the 22 right now. That's another snap off will be to Quarles, but thankfully he is there on him, and Hewitt looks to be right there in the back line. Almost stopped him in his tracks, Brian.
Yeah, big Cam Hewitt just hugged Caden Quarles that time and was not letting him go anywhere.
It looks like it works the way you draw
it up.
Scoreboard.
There goes Will Smith. He's going to try the right side. Out of one tackle. Still on his feet inside the 10. Cuts back 5. Touchdown, Greyhounds. Will Smith. Unbelievable.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
A 14-yard touchdown run for the senior tailback who cut through, around.
You know, and I don't want to take anything away from the linemen. Obviously, they're down there in the trenches. But, guy, if there ever was a run where the guy kind of did it on his own, that might have been it right there. That guy, he came to the right, had the vision and wherewithal to see the cut lane, the cutback lane, the cutback to the left.
You can bring me up. Yep. All right, so Ocean Springs, here comes the PAT to tie the game. It is up, it is good, and it is 21-all late in the fourth quarter. That touchdown run by Will Smith. He was the only 1,000-yard rusher in the region last year, and Ocean Springs trying to avoid that 0-3 start. We are all square at 21. Meanwhile, Madison Central is trying to bleed out the clock on Gulfport, up 28-21. Brookhaven driving on Pearl. It's 10-7, and we have a timeout at Brandon and Clinton. Let's go to Pearl and Brookhaven. 10-7 Brookhaven, 6:50 to go in the fourth quarter.
And the snap off, looking to get it back in the air. Allen scrambling. Ball will go up, and he is just overthrown, and the Pirates will take the offense again, going back down the field. That was certainly a win for the Pirates. What we needed to get back on the field.
It sure was. That Pirate D with an incredible response. Cam Hewitt, the first guy in there. The big guy fell and unable to get to the speedy Jaden Allen, but Des Price and C.J. Wortham able to push him to the outside. And the pass sailed out the back of the end zone, and a turnover on downs, a side mark.
Got a man wide open down the sideline. Caught. And he's off to the races. 40, 35, 30. That's Jaden Hollins, and he will go in untouched. Arrows take the lead.
Holy cow, man. It's just the fireworks will not quit coming. I'm going to tell you something. All three receivers, both Johnsons, Hollins, have had their way with the Brandon Bulldog defensive backs tonight. You know, as high-powered as they are on offense, they're equally inept on the backside of that defense because the Clinton receivers have just torched them over and over again tonight, and unbelievably to have a one-play drive to take the lead here with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter.
What a play call by Coach John Carr. A wheel route to Jaden Hollins, and, man, he was so open. The only person that could stop him was himself. The extra point is up and good. Man, I hope you're having fun watching this one. Please get over to Huddle if you're listening to us on the radio. You will.
He's in single coverage against Dillon.
I know my man Ray Coleman losing his mind. He calls play-by-play for the Clinton Arrows. I see his audio meter going all the way up to the top. How about Clinton? They won one game last year, man, and now they got the big dogs, the Brandon Bulldogs, on the ropes. It's 52-45. Northwest Rankin driving on Ocean Springs. Not sure the time situation. It's 21-all in this game. Ocean Springs, you just saw score the game-tying touchdown. No, Northwest Rankin has a chance to go back on top here late in the fourth quarter. Brookhaven and Pearl, it's still 10-7 in that game. They're at a timeout there. I believe Pearl just got the ball back. They're at their own 40-yard line. So let's stay with Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs. 21-all.
Usually that means when we're selling cars, but right now,
Bob Boyd is in the market. It's already into Ocean Springs territory at the 36-yard line. Phillipson hands it off to Weekly, and he's wrapped up and thrown down immediately. Brody Sands, a great tackle.
Admirals. Hand off to the back in the backfield, and the ball is going to be jarred out of bounds around the 20-yard line. And Singleton on the carry. But the ball goes out of bounds. The clock will stop with 2:30, but really a risky.
Second down and 11 now. 90 seconds to play in this ball game.
Northwest was going up tempo. Now it looks like they're trying to slow it down a little
Phillipson's going to fire it over the middle. Oh, it's off of Aiden Watson's helmet. Oh, my goodness gracious. And let me tell you right now, he could be running in Gaucher. He had wide open field. He read that play perfectly from the safety position.
Touchdown.
Or touchdown.
Look,
did we need that? Play. He got around that edge. I thought they might knock him out of bounds for a first down, and he turned it on.
He was running like a 1978 Buick, baby. He was gone. He got to the edge. Went away on catch him. That's that play again. We ran hag, and they defended it perfectly. They made him bounce it, and he just beat them outside.
We'll have to start calling him Buick now.
He's old Cutlass or something. He's gone.
So right now, Nethery's out there to kick the extra point. Ball snap, plays, kicks away, and it's good.
Missed
Wait
it.
a minute, he missed it.
Hit the post.
Did it hit the post? Okay. I'm looking around one side. So right now, score is 34-22. Grenada leading over Oxford with 5 minutes, 45 seconds left to play. Great play. We needed that.
Got him.
Fake off right there. That'll be an offsides from the Panthers defense. Certainly what we needed to try to move down the field.
Okay, so we got a couple finals tonight. Tupelo beat Hernando 35-6. Hernando's only points came on a block punt. And Jackson Prep just beat JA 35-10. Warren Central up big on Germantown 49-23. That game got out of hand quick. There's about 2.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. Warren Central with the ball. They're trying to end the game. Then also we have Madison Central with the football. 2.5 minutes to go against Gulfport, up 28-21. There they are trying to run out time, and Warren Central just scored again. So that game is well over. So Warren Central is going to end Germantown's perfect season. So here we have Pearl, 5.5 minutes to go, down 10-7. And we're keeping an eye on Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs. They're back from a timeout, 21-all with just over a minute to go in the fourth quarter.
McKnight.
All right.
White sends Sherrod Whitehead in motion to the short side of the field. He looks that way, pulls it down and keeps it. He'll take off.
I'm thinking that might have been a design.
Called, or were we
trying to
just
get
draw
him
them off sides?
Right. And here's a snap, and he'll look, and just over the hands there of Marquell Lake. And
he was open, Brandon. He was open. That's a difficult throw and a difficult catch, as Dylan Story had Marquell Lake running.
Smith right inside the front pylon for the first Warrior Tire touchdown offensively for Oak Grove tonight, as Cooper Miller adds the commercial stationary PAT. And the Warriors now are within 13. So Brad, Lance, could Oak Grove pull, I don't want to say the impossible, it is high school football. We've seen crazier things happen. But down 13 here, down a couple of scores with just under 8 minutes remaining in this one.
Well, you got to wonder if they're going
to get back offense on the field for the Pirates to make a play, or right now the defense for the Pirates making a stop play.
Holding on to that.
Heck of a throw by Shaq as well. Shaq going to the air again on first down. Screen to C.J. Martin. Martin got many blocks in front of him. He's already at the 30-yard line. He'll be taken down there. That's a 20-yard gain for the running back. 1st and 10 again, Brandon.
Yeah, you know, now you've had a couple of good defensive stands in a row.
Doesn't want to take a sack, but he does. 48 seconds to go. He gets, they'll say he got back to the
handoff again, up the middle, breaks through the whole defense and off to the races. Touchdown, Brandon. Dalen Stewart from 20 yards out, 30 yards out.
Yeah, I mean, look, they scored with that football, and this was a standard drive. This wasn't one play in 45 seconds. Man, you got to put up a little more effort than that. And not
counted here, huh?
Yeah, he could snap it and take a knee.
Yes, that's what I mean. Snapping down.
They're going to take a timeout right now with 5 or 6 seconds left. But, folks, I think we're going to be getting some free football.
Oh, man.
2 receivers to the far side. Double tight end set, 1 back in the backfield and shotgun with Johnson. Handoff is to Singleton. Singleton is going to be wrangled down in the backfield right around the 26-yard line. And that's where it'll be 4th down. So the clock rolls. Game clock's reset. This should go down to about 1:20 before the Jags will call a timeout. try to decide what they want to do.
Yeah, ball's at the 26-yard line, 33, be a 43-yard field goal.
Okay, so Brandon got the PAT. It's 52-52 against Clinton, just under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So Clinton, hypothetically, this could be a have the ball last situation, and they could get a score late to maybe stretch this one out. But, Brandon, I mean, they just scored a big play there. Both of these teams throwing haymakers all night when there's 52 points for each team. Pearl is trying to hang in there with Brookhaven, and Brookhaven trying to run out the clock. Meanwhile, Gulfport, it looks like, has the ball back against Madison Central. Let's go back to Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs has the ball in a tie game, 21-all, with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter.
The midfield stripe, but that will be the final play of this ball game. So, after 4 quarters, we are tied at 21. And so what will happen now, Jeff, is
not going to count them out yet. The Pirates still playing strong, and we've been seeing that from both the defense and the offense. There's still plenty of time to get points on the board. Certainly needing to see a stop here, Brian, against the Panther offense currently. Ball's in the air, and almost an interception there for number 5 for the Pirates. McFarland.
Play action on first down. Walker going deep again. A lot of hand fighting, and they got him. They got him for a PI, pass interference. Jaden Johnson was headed down the field, had that DB beaten.
Yeah, that was going to be Jaden Johnson was going to run an out and up right there where Joe Walker pump fakes on the out piece. And when he did, the corner for the far side over there just got him a big handful of jersey. So technically it was a defensive hold. Still say this is still a pass interference, still a personal foul, 15-yard automatic first down penalty.
And we'll stop the ball there if you're tuned in right now after that punt. Pirate offense will take the ball back.
Line of Brandon, 1st and 10 from there. 4:36 left to play. Alongside Todd DeMuth, I'm Ray Coleman. By the way, that 4:36, third quarter. Still got the fourth quarter to go.
Real quick. Gotcha. Sorry. I said, bring me up, and they said, you're good. And I'm what? What? Anyway, Madison Central kicked a field goal, as you can see right here. So it's a 10-point game. Gulfport got a lot of work to do. They're going to need a miracle, too. Minute 16 to go in the fourth quarter, down 31-21. Let's go back to Brandon and Clinton, 52-all. Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs getting ready for overtime. Oxford is down 12 to Grenada, and Grenada is driving. Some good finishes coming here now. Let's go back to Brandon and Clinton.
Great drop for Walker. Walker throwing left side high to Eric Johnson. Johnson catches it, nothing more. He might have gotten a yard on the play. Third down, long coming up.
Yeah, still, I thought it was an impressive play by Joe Walker. Had pressure coming in from 2 pressure points and, had the courage to just stay in the pocket and keep himself disciplined and find an open receiver Johnson here on this near sideline for Clinton.
Can't believe I'm saying this for the first time tonight. This feels like a big moment. This feels like a big moment in the game. Third down, 10 to go for the Arrows. 4 receivers, 2 by 2.
Move the ball on. Here we.
That was a good one by Cotton. I didn't know if he would hit.
Hey, Cotton, how did you feel about that, man? Crazy.
I didn't know if he kept it, but he did. He held on to it.
He kept that, man. He kept that.
That's what we needed.
Well, I mean, he needed that. He's had a rough night, and he's a kid. In the end, he's doing his best.
That's right. It's a great catch. I mean, he had to really jump up and catch the ball over his head, and the defender was right on it.
Oh, yeah, and he turned
absolutely
his body.
Crushed. So huge kudos to him for having the wherewithal to just stay in and deliver the football. He probably never saw that ball go into the end zone and get caught by his receiver because he was on his back. But way to throw a strike right there, kiddo.
I tell you what, that is the second incredibly impressive touchdown by an Ocean Springs receiver tonight. Bryson Smith touchdown from Sherrod Whitehead, and importantly, the PAT is good. So, after the first overtime period, Ocean Springs now leads Northwest Rankin 21-20, and the defense can end this here.
Bryson
had the first one. Nolan Wells had that one.
Okay.
Just beautiful passes by Sherrod Whitehead to Bryson Smith earlier and great hands. And then a beautiful pass from Connor White to Nolan Wells and great hands there. Fitting that foot.
And thankfully he's going to throw it long, and it's just too far down. Intended for, again, Marquell Lake, Bryant.
There is a flag in the back.
Flag on the play. What you hear?
Hit right as the ball got there, and he was able to control it and catch it.
Gavin Phillipson hands it off to Germany Hayden. He will fall forward for about 2 yards.
And so with us scoring right there, everything's 4-down territory now.
Right.
Field goal's not in play anymore. They've got to score.
Phillipson rolls to the right, fires to the corner of the end zone, and he's looking for Mario Snell, and it's incomplete. So
Still
third down and goal from the 8-yard line, and of course, if they decide to go for 2 now, and just if they score and go for 2, that would be the ball game. So either way, so third down and 8. Gavin Phillipson,
come on guys, make a play.
Looks to the left, fires it up, looking for Dillon, and it's going to be caught by Deshaun Dillon. The first time all night
off
he's
to the races. That is C.J. Martin. He may not be touched. He's at the 20. One man to beat, and he will be forced out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 9 after a huge run by C.J. Martin.
Yeah, C.J. Martin is beginning to look impressive himself. He's going to end up getting the load of most of the bulk of the carries in this game for the Brandon offense. Man, you just made that way too easy. He ran right up the middle, and was never touched until he scampered for 80 yards. You got to do a better job as the defensive front.
Okay, so you saw the touchdown catch by Deshaun Dillon for Northwest Rankin, freak of nature, sophomore wide receiver. Northwest Rankin took a timeout. So conceivably, they are thinking about going for 2 and winning the game, just getting on the bus and driving back home to Flowood. That's what they're thinking about. It's 28-27. We'll go there once Northwest Rankin and Ocean Springs come out of the timeout. Right now, Brandon trying to retake the lead against Clinton, 52-all.
Dalen Stewart met at the point of attack. He's actually going to lose yards on the play, backing him up to the 8-yard line. So 3rd and goal from there.
Yeah, you almost feel like if you hold either team to a field goal.
We played 4 quarters and 1 round of extra time, and the game comes down to this play right here.
Gavin Phillips, it sends Dillon in motion. He's going to fire it over the middle. Man wide open, and it's going to be caught for a 2-point conversion.
Northwest Rankin
Jay Hurt
on a 2-point conversion.
Gets the win.
Yeah. Wow, what a play call for Northwest Rankin. They said, we getting on the bus. We're going home. We ain't playing no more football. 29-28, Northwest Rankin wins, and the Cougars are 2-1 on the season. Ocean Springs falls to 0-3 for the first time, like I mentioned at the top of the show, in forever. Max Preps goes back to 2004. It hasn't happened. So I don't know the last time Ocean Springs was 0-3, but the Greyhounds are 0-3. They go to Natchez next week. Northwest Rankin with the victory, 2-1. What a win for Devin Cooper and the Cougars. What a victory indeed. So 29-28. Brandon and Clinton, meanwhile, it looks like Brandon's about to attempt a go-ahead field goal with less than 2 minutes to go. Pearl still has the ball. They're down 10-7 to Brookhaven. They're backed up in their own end zone, and I think, that was almost a safety. Kick is up. It is good. So this young Clinton team has a chance to tie or win the game here. 1:54 to go in the 4th quarter. Let's go to Brookhaven and Pearl while we wait for Brandon and Clinton to come back.
That would have been
that would have been a safety had they tackled Kenji McNair in the end zone. So a wise move by the senior to sort of let go of that one, whether it was planned or not. And ball falls to the turf. Here comes 2nd and 10. Now 1:27 remaining.
Yeah, ball on a 3 right now. Certainly need to move out of this area. Story's going to throw it downfield. Keep running. And unfortunately, folks, that was an interception from Story. I'm sure that was connected for Marquell Lake or for Wiggins. Excuse me, either for
Jimmy Bibbs, the guy
Jimmy
who picked
Bibbs,
it off.
Right, for the Panthers. Yep, that's correct.
Yeah, Kenji McNair was the intended receiver, and Bibbs playing safety Wilson, looked like Wilson may have gotten a little handful of Kenji's arm. He let go, and ball a little bit underthrown, and Bibbs goes up in the air, squeezes it, and that will be the second turnover of the night.
He's at the 15, goes down at the 15. They'll call him down at the 17. That's where the Clinton Arrows will start their work.
You know, at the rate this is going, we're going to be here long enough for Cinderella's chariot to turn into a pumpkin. I mean, wow. You know, it's
Warriors in desperate need, perhaps, maybe of a high snap or a fumble in the exchange to the running back, and Vance is going to get Maddox on the hard count.
It's been all night long, explosive plays the entire way. 1st and 10 for your Arrows. Handoff on first down. I believe that's Jacoby Williams on the far side. He will pick up 2 yards and second down from there.
Yeah, finally a play that's actually going to chew about 20 seconds of clock before the next play is going. I'm almost thankful to see it. And again, just a typical Jacoby Williams type run. Solid 3-yard run on first down.
Rolling out to his left here. A deep shot, a wheel route to Jaden Hollins. Hollins catches it in stride at the 40, knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line of Brandon. That was a heck of a throw by Joe Walker.
It was, and Walker has been, especially with the deep throw tonight, has been pretty much on the money. I mean, just some of these shorter out routes where he's let them sail, but everything he's thrown deep tonight has been miraculous. And, you know, we talk about the Johnsons, but here in the third quarter, Hollins has shown up and decided he wants some too. And, man, he has been remarkable here so far early in this or late in this third quarter with 2 lengthy catches. And he's going to flirt with having 100 yards receiving in 1 quarter.
1st and 10. Birchfield, the tight end, goes in motion left to right of the formation. Joe Walker rolling out, and he has to take a sack. Everything covered. And that sack.
Give to Leverett on 1st and 10. Leverett just banging across bodies, able to pick up 7 on first down.
Escaping that tonight, but you know, the defensive end just had good leverage, was able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Less than a minute to play. Completed pass to Eric Johnson here on the left sideline. Gets us back to the original line of scrimmage +1, so we have 3rd and 9 coming up on this next play.
Yeah, but that's the one, man. That's the one I really wish Joe would hone in and get that pass cleaned up.
Either of them down. 2nd and 3 now for Hattiesburg. High snap, give to Leverett again. He pushes forward. That's going to be close to another Tiger first down.
1-on-1 against his defender. You like the chances better, but still pretty good gain on 2nd down.
Lots of time in the pocket for Joseph Walker on 3rd down. Now he just has to throw it up and away. Coverage all around. So 4th down, decision time here, kind of in between space. 3rd and 9 with the ball spotted at the 32-yard line of Brandon.
Yeah, this is kind of what you call the no man's land, if you will, on offense, where it's, you know, you're too far away to kick the field goal, but you're really too close to the end zone to really punt with effectiveness. So I always like, you know, when you're in between the 30 and 35-yard line, I like the 4th down no matter what, the 4th down call, because no matter what, you're going to give them the ball, even if you don't convert, at a pretty decent field position.
So here we go, 4th and 9. Walker stepping up in the pocket, thinking about running, breaks through a tackle. He's getting close to that first down, hurdles a defender, pushed out of bounds, very, very close to the first down marker.
It's going to be critical on the spot here because I know he saw the marker, and I believe that he got just enough based on what we could see. It was on our side of the field, so we didn't have the vantage point. But it looks to me like he got it by about a yard, and I believe they have indicated the first down. So excellent, excellent athletic play when you had to have it, because if you don't get it, you now have potential to go down by 10 points. But as it stands, you keep the drive alive.
1st and 10. Handoff to Eric Beasley, bounces it out, then cuts it back. Stiff arms a man at the 10, runs through another, taken down at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for your Clinton Arrows.
Yeah, Beasley, like Williams, you're not bringing him down with the first hit tonight. That might have been one of the best runs I've seen for him early in this young season.
Folks, catch your breath, get you some water, take this break with us. When we come back, a true heavyweight finale coming up. 3 quarters in the books, 1 more on the way. Brandon leads the Clinton Arrows 55-52, but it's 1st and goal inside the 10 for your Arrows. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
So, it was the 4th quarter the whole time. They never said 3rd quarter on the broadcast, I guess, did they? I don't think they did. We just assumed because it was so late. It's 9:46. They're just going to the 4th quarter. Pardon the drama, just trying to make it interesting. So we'll be able to hang with them for a few more minutes because we have Hattiesburg and Oak Grove. So let's go to a commercial and hear from our sponsor, Performance Therapy, before we get back to the action and see the end of Hattiesburg and Oak Grove.
Hey, I'm Jake Brock, the physical therapist and clinical director here at Performance Therapy in Petal. Here in Petal, we have both occupational therapy and physical therapy, but in the near future, we plan to add speech therapy as well. At this clinic, we offer both adult and pediatric therapy. With the adult therapy, we offer manual therapy with addition of vestibular therapy for people that are dizzy, that may have falls, or if you roll over in bed and you may have some dizziness going on. We also work with Parkinson's patients with a specialized program called LSVT Big. We're glad to be in the Petal area. We have a wonderful group of patients, future patients. We've been blessed with the opportunity to work in both the area with North Forest, Eatonville, Petal, North Hattiesburg, and some of southern Jones County. We offer individualized approaches where we work hands-on. You walk in, you can actually sit down and talk with us if you have a lot going on. We individualize all of our programs for each patient with the goal of meeting your goals and hopefully getting you back to your best self. If you're in the Petal or North Hattiesburg area, feel free to contact us directly at our clinic. If you're not in this area, then feel free to reach out to one of our 14 other clinics. We are performance therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results.
Wouldn't be surprised if they do run it again here, or perhaps go quarterback power.
Well, the first thing they're going to do is try to do a hard count.
That's right. No doubt.
Okay, so here's the rule. Once we're down to 1 game, which is obviously going to be Clinton and Brandon, unless Hattiesburg gives the ball back to Oak Grove, and then Oak Grove scores, misses a PAT, and they play overtime for, 15 extra periods, we're going to be cutting it off soon. We can't have just 1 feed up. So Brandon and Clinton, 55-52. We'll show as much as we can. Clinton is driving on Brandon, 55-52. We thought it was the 4th quarter that entire time. Unbelievable. Amazing mistake we made, just building up the drama. So we were hoping it was all coming to a conclusion at the same time, and it's not. Anyway, so Hattiesburg and Oak Grove, 27-21. Looks like Hattiesburg's about to take a timeout. Meanwhile, Brandon and Clinton are coming out of their 3rd quarter timeout. So let's start the 4th quarter, 55-52. Clinton with the football.
Birchfield goes in motion. Joseph Walker goes under center. Flip to Walker. Reverse. And we got the pass to Joseph Walker for the touchdown.
Wow. That's not the first time we've run that play. We run that play earlier in the year. It's almost like the double reverse pass. And that's exactly where it was, where you got so much going on with the change in motion, behind the line of scrimmage, that the defense loses sight of Joe Walker, the quarterback who starts the play, if you will, and is wide open in the corner of the end zone for an easy touchdown. And, man, wow, they just keep coming up with, different plays. And you got to admire the effort for this Clinton Arrow offense all night.
The Arrows retake the lead for the first time tonight. The extra point is no good. So it is still a 3-point game. 10:42 left to play.
All right, so low snap, 58-55, Clinton over Brandon. Let's go over some scores from games that we watched tonight. Grenada went on to beat Oxford 41-22. Warren Central beat Germantown 56-23. Madison Central 31-21 victory over Gulfport. Tupelo beat Hernando 35-6. Tupelo was up 35-0 at halftime. We have Hattiesburg and Oak Grove still in action, as you can see right here, 27-21. Northwest Rankin, thrilling overtime win over Ocean Springs, 29-28. Brookhaven just finished off Pearl in a slobber knocker, 10-7. And then Prep beat JA, Jackson Academy, 35-10. So Oak Grove trying to get Hattiesburg off the field and give their offense one more chance to get a score late in this game. And we'll see what happens here as we've got another timeout. So Clinton about to kick off to Brandon. Let's go back to Clinton, where Ray Coleman just texted me and said he's losing his mind. He is the Clinton play-by-play man. And Todd DeMuth, his color analyst, said he's about to lose his voice. This game is off the rails, and there's still 10:42 to go.
The utmost confidence that they can play with anybody in the state of Mississippi. Angled kick to Quincy Phillips Jr. He's been dangerous all night long. He's on the move again at the 30. He's got a convoy of blockers as he crosses field, and I mean a bunch of blockers. He's already at midfield. Now at the 40, has another man to beat. Now at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Kick return, Quincy Phillips Jr.
Unbelievable. You know, that young man has been as remarkable as he's been on offense all night long tonight. I think he's been equally as impressive on his kickoff.
What a play by Hall and Charles Stevenson Jr.
Hall just knows where he is on the field. He comes right up to the line of scrimmage, lets it go. We've seen that several times tonight.
The umpire called holding.
Holding. Stay off there. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
That play took 16 seconds, so 1:15 remains. And a killer penalty.
Coach Causey talked about last week in the Walk-Ons pregame show. We'll talk about last week in the Ocean Springs game. Just sloppy preparation. Felt like it carried over to the game last Friday night. And again, Warriors it's just kind of been sloppy all night long with the foolish penalties and things like that. And Kellen Hall trying to get everybody lined up here. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Hall now being pressured, going to get it away, but that one is going to go incomplete.
Yeah, Hall took a shot once again. Hattiesburg only rushing 3, but brought a delayed, one more guy delayed and came, and that's the one who came up and put pressure on Hall. Hall again takes a shot, and we've used several words to describe Hall in this young season. I think another one we can add on.
To be put up in a single high school game, but here we are. We got to be close to a record or breaking one at this point. Jaden Johnson fields it at the 10 and brings it all the way out to the 30, maybe even the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 from there for the arrow.
Yeah, I'd have to find a high school historian,
fell down.
Ray and I, we're both high school football fans as much as we are Clinton Arrow fans, just overall high school fans. I certainly don't remember a high school score in the state of Mississippi.
And so now that'll bring up 3rd and 20.
Tigers getting penetration there, just rushing 3.
Point Lance. Hall this time looking to his left, finding Caden Smith in the middle of it, flips to Chevy Williams, or check that to Roman Causey on the little hook and ladder. He laterals back to Roman Causey, and he immediately runs into a Hattiesburg Tiger, gets up to the original line of scrimmage. So now that'll bring up 4th and 10 now for the Warriors. Clock at 38 seconds and rolling. Hall under duress, looking down the field, finally buying himself some time, and going to step out of bounds on 4th and 10 at about 4 yards from the line of game.
Yeah, don't know what he was thinking there. At 4th down, you just got to throw it up to make something happen. We've got a flag.
Walker rolling, throwing. He's got a man. Jaden Holland's got a step. Reaches back forward and batted out of his hands at the last minute. That is a heads-up play by Ashton Moore of the Bulldogs.
Ashton Moore did a really good job of coming in on the back end of that. Hollins had to turn around for that ball. It was a tad underthrown because he did have a step on his receiver, on his defensive back, but still had an opportunity to catch that ball. Turns around, makes a play on it, but the young defensive back, Buckhalter for Brandon, did a really good job breaking that up.
Walker going through the air again. Got Johnson. Johnson up, and there are the flags again. You can tell by his jersey that DB is going to have nightmares because of what Eric Johnson has done to him on that left side all night long.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say the young man's name again tonight, but the poor corner over there for the far side for Brandon, I think.
And you're right, Brad. You just want to get them over to the sideline.
And so that'll do it as Deuce Vance takes the ball and takes a knee and then throws it up in the stands. So that'll do it. So as Lance mentioned, for the first time in 6 years, Hattiesburg will take the win tonight by a final score of 27-21.
And that's your final score. Hattiesburg High School 27.
So Johnson probably has 5 touchdowns tonight.
3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back. Play action here on first down. Joe Walker still on his feet, scrambling, tucking and running. Looking for any space, takes the QB slide, right decision.
Well, that was a spectacular night of football. We've got Sterling over here cutting highlights for the Facebook feed, and he literally cannot keep up. That was fantastic. It was a fantastic night of football. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. We're cutting out now. We're down to 1 game. It is Brandon and Clinton. If you want to check it out, you can go to the Brandon Bulldogs live stream, or you can go to the Clinton live stream, which is on Huddle, and you can find that link on the Clinton Arrows football website. So that game is far from over. They're probably like 70 to 60 or something crazy like that. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thanks to the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum for hosting us tonight. Thanks again to Roosters and Basils and Flowwood for the pregame meal. And once again, thanks to Performance Therapy, the title sponsor of our show. We appreciate y'all watching. We will see you next week. Until then, have a great night.